Hey guys, I'm Salim over here at the Laureate College of Tourism and Hospitality here in Riyadh, and this is the first of a series of 4 short videos designed to train LVSA instructors within the various network of colleges and institutions on how to become further acquainted with some of the amazing tools and cool features offered by the smartboard, hopefully installed in most of the LVSA colleges here in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And before we begin, or before you begin to watch this video, it's a must that you've been through the basic smart notebook tutorial, which comes pre-installed with the smart notebook software that is used along with the smartboard, and that you've become familiar with the basic tools and the user interface. As this video here builds on the tutorial and is aimed at more of an intermediate level, and so please, if you haven't been through that tutorial, please go through that and then come back to this video once you feel somewhat acquainted with the basics of the smart notebook software. And so to get started in this first video, we're going to focus on some of the more advanced tools and features within the smart notebook software, and how we as instructors of the English language can utilize these tools to enhance the learning experience of our students. And throughout some of the other videos, we're going to see how we can use the smartboard and its software to introduce language activities and games within your classrooms and your lessons in a way which at the same time keeps these activities and games directly related to the content and language within the English course books that are used to teach the English language throughout the LVSA colleges. And so I'm going to begin right here with just explaining a little bit more about a couple of the more advanced pens that we find up here within the toolbar, and most of the tools up here are pretty self-explanatory. So if you've been through that basic tutorial and spent a little time getting familiar with the smartboard, you should be pretty acquainted with most of the basic tools. And so I'm going to go straight in here and start with the text pen. Now the text pen allows you to write on the board with your own handwriting and then converts whatever you've written into editable text. And there are a couple of other ways in which you could do the same thing. You may have used the standard pen to write and then decided later on you wanted to convert your handwriting into text. You can still do that, although you didn't start out using the text pen. All you do is select the text using the select tool, and a menu should pop up giving you the option to convert to text. And there you go. Another way is this keyboard hovering up just over here on the side. This allows you to again use the stylus as a regular pen and converts your writing automatically into text. The magic pen, which is right here under the paintbrush, is another cool pen which can be used in a number of useful ways. One of the main features of the magic pen is the fact that whatever you write with the pen, it fades away after a few seconds. This is great if you wanted to test student retention of specific vocabulary. The magic pen can also be used to create a spotlight. Now, I'm just going to go into the gallery here just for a second. This is where the smart notebook software stores its clip art and interactive activities, and we're going to go into a bit more detail about the gallery in a later video, but for now I'm just going to select an image from here and bring it into the main page. So using the magic pen as a spotlight tool, you would do this by making a gesture. in the shape of a circle. You can move it around using the blue outline of the circle, and you can also resize it by pulling on the inside of the circle. But something to be aware of here is when you're writing with the magic pen, and if the word you're writing contains the letter O, the smartboard recognizes this movement as you desiring the spotlight tool. But you don't want the spotlight tool, right? You want to write the word door, for example. But every time you attempt to write the letter O, the smartboard recognizes this as you wanting the spotlight tool. The way around this is joining the letter O with the letter after it or before it. Okay, using the same pen, the magic pen, you can use it to zoom into any particular part of the screen or image. You would do this by making a square, and this will activate the zoom in tool. So the magic pen does three things. If you write with it, the ink disappears shortly after. If you draw a circle, it will do a spotlight, and if you draw a square, it will zoom in. Another tip before we end this session is a tip to do with erasing. So if you had a marked up page with lots of different writing on it, you could erase the ink by simply selecting the eraser tool and just erase as you normally would. But it takes forever. So if you draw in the shape of a circle around all the ink you want to erase, and then tap once in the center, it's going to get rid of all the ink in one go. Pretty cool. And that's it for this first video. In the next video, we're going to look at how to use the Smart Notebook software to really enhance our lessons and how to create some cool interactive activities. See you then.